Good morning, baby doll pumpkin. I hope you have 1, 3, or 5 ice cubes in your cup of orange juice today. We're going to go through the beautiful, timeless teachings of Warren Buffett, the world's greatest investor. Visionary with capital allocation. A lot of crypto degens throw away his teachings. You shouldn't be doing that. There's a lot to learn. So, something you got to know about Warren. Warren, I'm speaking like we know each other, right? Warren he is what you would call a genius, a very high IQ. He could see the future. But society changed. And his ability to capture the highest edge slowed down. And it's not from his size, it's because of his age. You see, Warren killed it for a long time. His returns, he killed the Dow Jones. He killed it. But what happens is technology came along and he couldn't understand it. And the way Warren works is he always advises people this, and it'll get you far in life, but he always advises you to make a circle of competence. He goes, well, you know everything inside your circle. So you know if your slippers are fluffy, okay? You know if your socks are nice and comfy. But anything outside of your circle, like robots and like the medical industry and maybe real estate, you don't know what's inside there, outside. So you don't look at them. Only look at your circle of competence, okay? Now, outside of his circle of competence was technology and the internet. And the greatest returns came from that. So we're going to explore this together. Look, he's still the world's greatest, okay? He's still the world's greatest. He might get toppled one day. But for consistency and the amount of time he did it, amazing, okay? So, but S&P 500, he's only matched it for the past 30 years. That's right. He missed the whole emergence of the technology sector, the NASDAQ. He literally missed it all, right? So he missed Microsoft. He missed Apple. He missed Amazon. He missed social media. He just has no idea. Do you know another person called Chamath Palihapitiya? Well, I hate to say it. I know in crypto we call him like a grifter and a scammer, but like, friends, he's actually a genius. He's actually a visionary. He got onto social media early. He got into Bitcoin early. He owned something like a couple of % of the Bitcoin supply. I know we don't like him because he dumped Solana on everyone's heads, but man, he got it. He got it. I'm just letting you know. So maybe in 30 to 40 years, people will look at it differently, right? So here's the thing, right? Warren doesn't relate to cybertech at all. Okay, so we know he missed out on crypto, but he still killed it. So I want to explore something with you. We have a chart here, right? He just basically, you can see this line. He matched the S&P 500, 30 years, right? Crazy. Now, there are teachings from Warren we can learn from. That is why you're going to get some good value out of this, right? Please, if you like this content, like, subscribe, bell button all. Because before I was in crypto, I was learning about stocks. Because I thought, hey, capital allocation, I like it, finance, I've got to play the game. Warren understood the game the best. So I thought, well, I'm going to read every single thing this guy's ever written. Is there a formula? What's the secret? Tell me the secret, And I learned. And actually, there was no secret. So, obviously, before I learned about crypto, I went really balls deep into Warren Buffett's teachings about stocks. And many crypto degens, right, they will throw his lessons away. So it's going to be a big mistake when they do that. Because he says some stuff, if you link it to what you should be doing and hodling, you'll be like, oh my God, wow, I should be doing this the whole time, right? So look at this. I'm going to translate just two little cute messages for you, right? And if you get it right, you're going to kill it. Now, I just want to let you know, everyone reads these messages. Everyone. They interpret them differently. So it's not about being right or wrong. I'm telling you, there's going to be 100 people who go through the lessons and they're like, come to different conclusions. Many people are not going to make the right decisions. Most people's plans suck. That's why it's a very tough game. That's why you just might be better off diversifying in crypto for the average person. But I'm here 18 hours a day. But if I was only here 18 minutes a day, like many of you are, then your best bet is literally just go, that's it. Slap some Bitcoin, slap some Ethereum, slaps all your favorite altcoins. That's it. Do a diversified portfolio. Come back in 4 years. And you will do better than most people. But we're going to explore deeper. We have to go deeper. So let's start here. Look at this. Okay. We're going to look at this first quote. Okay. So he goes, it's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price. All right. So you can translate this to crypto. All right, we're going to read this together. Meaning, so I'm saying, even though a coin has already gone up 10x, 100x, 1000x, and it's retraced, it's better to ride on the strength of a community rather than trying to buy the next 1000x degen altcoin. Okay. That's why. It's better to ride on the coattails of a community. He's basically saying the chances of you picking the top of the momentum snowball of a great company, a wonderful company, it's very slim. He's saying on average, the momentum will go further than you can think. Like you might think, like I remember back in 2013, everybody thought Apple was done. They're like, that's it. They've been cool for 5 years. They're not going to be able to complete this cycle. And they were cool in 2015. And then everyone thought, that's it. We can't possibly get any cooler. We think it's done. And then 2016, they surprised. And then 2017. Do you see? It's gone on for like 10 years. Apple's still cool, man. Now, it might be slowing down now, but think about that. That's 10 years you were wrong. Every 3 months, you're waiting for that big profit statement to come back and be like, poop. You pooped all everywhere, but it never happened. The poopy times never came. So, that's what he's saying. It's better to ride on momentum of strength than it is to just try to pick, this coin's minus 98% off, even though it's absolute garbage. So, he refers it to cigar butt investing, where it's like, well, you got one more puff, one more cycle. Now, we love this game. There is a part of my portfolio for this, depending on the cycle. There is a part of that. But on average, most people are going to screw it up because you're buying the wrong things. You don't know what to look at. You should be focusing your energy on the juicy stuff. But luckily you have me. We're friends. Friendship, kindness, justice. It's here. It's all here for you. I love you all, friends. Really, I do. Okay, look at this next. He goes, if a business does well, the stock eventually follows. So the meaning, all right, obviously, if your crypto community, if it's onboarding, if they're promoting, the price eventually does go up as the cycle progresses. Now, because we're in a different industry, you gotta know this, right, deep in your heart. Stock market memes are different to crypto memes. And I don't mean the jokes. Stock people follow the cash flow of the company and the earnings. The people ingrained into the stock market, the environment, that's all they think about. Cash flow, earnings, and it correlates to it over time. But in crypto, we don't think of that. Okay, in crypto, it's a new subset of people and thinking. I'm not saying, this time it's different. I'm just saying there's different rules in this game because we also behave like a commodity. Do you get it? It's not all equity in crypto. There are aspects of, we're a bit like gold, we're a bit like oil. It's unique. We're like half a company and then half a commodity. It's a new asset class because it's digital. So we don't always follow this price to earnings garbage. You'll see Metcalfe's law happening. Warren Buffett, no idea about Metcalfe's law. Okay, no idea. But we know about it. So, of course, he knows about it. But you get the point, right? So he wasn't using Metcalfe's law to value anything. He was thinking about the future. So I'm going to go with you a cute example because we want to know, man, hey, we never want to fall into this trap. People always ask me, what if we're the suckers and Warren's right? You know, what if that's happening? You know, I'm great you asked that. It can happen, man. It can happen. But you have Warren's record here, okay? And I'm going to show you the S&P 500. This is a 3-month chart. 3 months, okay? So in 30 years, man. So let's say like 1995 up to today. Woohoo! S&P 500. You make a 6.8x in 30 years. That's about Warren Berkshire's returns. But during this time, you had the internet. Literally, you had internet 1. You had internet 2, right? Which is Web 2, social media. All right, this is big fourth industrial revolution type of stuff, like chain link type of euphoria, with humanity getting smarter here. Insane. He missed it. He missed it. He only finally got in. Where's 2015? Here. He only finally got into Apple there. He missed most of the moves. Now, Warren, how he invests, Warren will sit somewhere in time and he'll say, well, I like this company because I understand their moat. And he's like, Warren's sitting here and he's like, I'm trying to look out 10 years into the future. And he's imagining the products being sold, right? So maybe someone is building hammers. And he's like, yeah, you're going to sell hammers every single year. And he's thinking about the cash money he's going to be receiving every single year. And he's thinking about always. He's like, okay, are people going to stop buying hammers? No. Are people going to probably be using hammers for more stuff in the future? Yes. And he just does very basic calculations of that. Now, in crypto, it's different. In crypto, we're not dealing with real world tangible products. When you're a visionary in crypto, we're not thinking like you guys already know, like privacy. Oh my God, do people want privacy in the future? Yes. Okay, go buy your privacy coins. How did that do? Doge did 200x. 1.3 million X happened to SHIB. Hex did 10,000x from the low. Bitcoin and Ethereum got nothing. No one cares. No one cares how you think the world works in crypto. It just doesn't work, all right? It's all about the community. So Warren's world thesis here and how this works, it killed it in stocks for a long time. He basically used investment vehicles from insurance funds, and he was able to kind of game it. He had his own little manipulation grooming in that part too. But we're in crypto now. And I want to show you why it's good to live in the bleeding edge. It's good. Because even though he made, this cool 6.8x, woo, let's see what he missed out on in some other stocks. I mean, like Microsoft. Yeah, he's not going to get it from day one, but Microsoft is up 2,300x, you know? Like, if he even kind of understood what was going on, like, he'd still be up 95x in Microsoft during that time. He did not understand anything about coding, web applications. He didn't understand any of these computers, personal computers, nothing. What about Amazon? Or as well, everybody knows this chart, the Nike tick to the moon, you know? But look, even if he pivoted 2008 or something, hey man, you still make your 43x up to the top. How much are you up today? 22x. You know, that's a huge difference. 6x to 22x in stock market boom world. Remember, they're killing each other for a 10% yield per year, a deviation. They'll kill each other for 10% extra. So for this to be 2,100% over this period of time is enormous. So you're thinking about this. This is why we have an edge here. See, Warren Buffett is so good at what he did that he's got so many books, so many teachings, all these articles, all these graphs. Then Bitcoin comes along and see, it crushes the Warren Buffett meme. It's like, well, this is nothing we've ever seemed of or dreamed of before. But that's great. That's great. See, the Warren Buffett meme and his application of Benjamin Graham and how they all do the PE and all this stuff, this boomer stuff, all of that, it seeps into the minds of the collective humans that are participating in Wall Street and everyone else trying to read balance sheets and doing all that. And they're so fixated on that world that when crypto comes along, they dismiss it as a fart in the wind. But we're smelling that fart and we go, you know what? This is going to last longer than you think. Because you guys are doing price to earnings ratio and you're doing cash flow. And all these concepts, see, in stock market world, these people only think about that. They can't think of anything else. And then here I am saying, hey, I've got a peanut brain and I'm saying community is the asset, not the code. How about that? You ever thought about that one? Whoa. And I've also shown like, hey, what about something like if I had a house here and I had a big megaphone, right? Maybe the market is valuing these companies, these crypto things like that. Let's get a house emoji here for the kindness and friendship. And then let's get a megaphone right here to show you like, hey, that's basically what a network is, friends. There's a house of people and you have a megaphone outside. And you can shill them anything you want. You can shill them bright green cotton socks. You can shill them fluffy bunny slippers. Anything you want. If there's 1 million people in the house, it will be worth more than if there was only 100,000 people in the house. This is what's happening in crypto. This is completely outside the paradigm of Warren. So It's not really silly. It's just that the world changed. And we're shifting into a new meme. Because everything's a meme, man. Everything's a meme. The meme is just, hey, the big whales who are holding, why are they collecting and holding? That's all it is. That's all we're doing, friends. We're just trying to summarize why the collective consciousness of everybody and the biggest whale wallets, why are they holding? We're trying to figure that out. That's the whole game. That's literally the whole game. The biggest whales in stocks follow earnings and cash flow. That's why they hold. That's exactly why they hold. So you got to learn that game, right? Because I'm trying to look for the most profitable company. That's why all the retailers, they love hyper growth stocks. They just love cool stuff. They don't even care about PE. That's why it takes over for a bit. And then they run out of money and suddenly they can't buy. That's why growth stocks will have these big, let's go check this. During times going up, growth stocks go up. And then when it goes down, they come back to reality. Because all the poor people who are buying it, all the retailers, they got no money to buy it. But that's also why the smart big whales, they'll keep buying utility and energy stocks and all the boring stuff, even though it never FOMOs through, okay? So you got to think like the big people. What are they buying? Luckily, in crypto, you have a friend, also known as me, telling you to pay attention to the megaphone and the houses here. Which are the crypto communities that have 1 million people? Which are the crypto communities that have 100,000 people that we think there's enough room in the house to get to 1 million people? I've already told you a lot of them. Oh, if only somebody had a series of logos, he, she, they, them, a pet duck named Greg, if only it was pasted on every single image and meme all over his Twitter so you could actually see and learn about this, and maybe you disagree with some and agree with some others. Maybe. Oh, if only someone existed. By the way, follow me on Twitter. Okay, I couldn't make this more obvious. So, Ethereum comes along, smart contracts, and now we're breaking the paradigm of the Bitcoin people. You see how it's happening? So everyone's mind is just completely exploding. So what I love about crypto is, man, after 3 years, if you don't have gray hairs by now, I don't know. You're not paying attention because it's just we've succeeded. Oh, no, we've lost everything. Oh, we're coming back. No, it's false alarm. Oh, we've succeeded again. That's literally the whole game here. So Bitcoin comes in, destroys the paradigm of money and the stock market. And then, just when you don't expect it, Ethereum comes in and destroys the paradigm of Bitcoin and store of value. And now I'm telling you, there will be something else coming around the corner here and there that's gonna destroy Ethereum as well. And I'm telling you, this is it. The beautiful thing is, right, we got to learn. You got to see, hey, Warren Buffett's, his teachings, we can apply them here. But I'm here applying them for you. I'm doing the hard work here for you. I'm doing it 16, 18 hours a day. I don't get paid for any of this. Why? Because I already did well in the last cycle, and I can do this. I love you all, friends. I'm here to help you because I think you need a burn. I think you've suffered enough, to be honest. I think the people deserve better. I think there's too many grifters in finance, in Forex, in stocks, top. And I think you guys and girls and pet ducks named Greg, I think you just need better options, I think you need to be shown out there. There are good Samaritans. There are people like me out there who actually want to win with you. And I'm happy for my reputation to go straight to zero. Do you remember my crypto trilemma, the triangle? You go back and watch that video. Never forget that. So, Warren Buffett, we have a lot to learn off him. And we are. I'm going to keep going through more quotes, show you here and there. We can actually stand on his shoulders and kill it in crypto. And luckily for you, we already are. Tell your mum you love her, friends. I'll catch you next time.